Hey guys. So, I sorted through all the red Nemesis, and you know how much I'm going to talk about it? Shazam. That's how much I'm talking about it. I mentioned the Lacolith and their damage redirection mechanic yesterday. Well, talking about, well, as a sidetrack on green. And really, there's nothing else to talk about in red, in Nemesis. And I'm like, that's bad. That's really bad. I mean, when the color of passion and impulse it has nothing worth talking about, that's bad. Red really wasn't exemplary in this set. I mean, it had some sturdy workhorse cards and all, but it didn't really have anything that stands out as being worth talking about. And so I sorted through it, and I'm like, well, that's okay, because it accelerates me into sort in the black, which I know has stuff I want to talk about in it. I mentioned Volrath the Fallen earlier. We also have the Ascendant Evencar. 4 colors and double black for a 3/3 flyer. Other black creatures get +1/+1. Non-black creatures get -1/-1. He's not bad. He's pretty solid. That, of course, it's also Krovix. That's the second time Krovix got a legendary card. The first time was in Exodus, where you had Krovix the Curse. Then we have Ascendant Evencar. And then in Planar Chaos, he gets Ascendant Evencar gets Chaos shifted into white, where he's Krovix Ascendant Hero. Kid science, fun stuff. Other fun stuff. Krovix is just a character that I really liked. I also liked one thing that got said about Krovix. Supposedly him and Captain Sisay were both made, pre-planned that that they would occur by Urza Planeswalker. And supposedly the thing with Krovix and Sisay is they were both pure of heart. And that sounds like a wonderful thing, and some people might say, oh, well, Krovix got corrupted and Sisay didn't. No, Krovix didn't get corrupted. His heart was still pure. Because you can be pure evil. Aw, yeah. That, however, I mean, as much as Krovix at times could be this, almost a caricature of evil, he had at least a little bit of depth of character, because he was almost Joker insane. And the thing is, though, is that despite being a horrifyingly evil fellow, he loved. And in the real world, that's what makes some of the evil people in life such terrifying things, is because somewhere in them there is this tiny little piece of humanity. And it's a shame that you look at these people and it's like, yeah, we gotta snuff these SOBs out. But that's a story for another day. Put these aside. I didn't. Most of my Nemesis I got from drafting, so I also didn't draft a lot of black. Nemesis didn't impress me in the black department at the time, and looking back, there was a lot of stuff that wasn't impressive. But the single biggest card, in my opinion, that you could find in there was Massacre. 2 colors, double black. If your opponent controls a plains and you control swamp, you may play it without paying its mana cost. And Massacre was nasty. All creatures get -2/-2 till end of turn. I mean, that's some nasty stuff right there. And there we go. Accidentally mixed things up there a little bit. There we are. And so there's that, I mean, especially you see Massacre referenced in the modern card Massacre Worm. Aw, yeah. So there's that. 2 drops in black. We had Vicious Hunger, which is a card we see variations of still today. It's a double black sorcery, 2 damage target creature, gain 2 life. I believe we have can't remember what the hell it's called, but some sort of card with Kiss in the name, and from Zendikar block that does pretty much the exact same thing. And that's actually pretty spiffy. We have a bunch of other cards in black, the 2-drop slot. In my opinion, probably we got Divining Witch, where you pump a colorless and a black, tap them and pitch a card from hand. You name a card, remove the top 6 cards of your library from the game, and then you just start revealing cards from the top until you find a copy of the card you named. Once you find a copy of the card you named, you put that card in your hand. All the other cards you revealed are exiled. It's interesting. I mean, it's not the most efficient way to do it, but, it's not card disadvantage, and you get it into your hand immediately. So, there's interesting stuff going on there. I believe that's a play on the Ice Age card, Demonic Consultation, if I'm recalling it correctly. Not 100% certain. Here's a mechanic that could have been done more with. Spiteful Bully. He's a colorless and a black for a 3/3 creature. That ain't bad. In fact, that's pretty damn good. At the beginning of your upkeep, he deals 3 damage to target creature you control. That's kind of a drawback. There's a bunch of ways to get around that and so forth, but honestly, looking back at it, I'd play him with Bad Moons in a Suicide Black deck any day of the week. Or if you really wanted to get mean, play him with what wouldn't be in print for several more years. Play him with Stuffy Doll. During my upkeep, he deals 3 damage to Stuffy Doll. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it and tell me it's tasty. Oh, jeez. As an obscure side note, I've mentioned Mox Dave a few times. He's a good guy. I was in the habit every now and again of when I made a play that I was pretty sure my opponents couldn't do anything about, I would say, eat it and tell me it's tasty. Mox Dave, to date, has been the only person to sit there and look at the board position, then laugh and go, it's tasty. So there's that. Not much else to speak of really here. One thing I found odd is that I didn't see any 1-drops in black. I don't know if it's just that I have a very limited presence of Black Nemesis, or if there really wasn't any 1-drops in black in Nemesis. I don't know. But, oh well. Here's a little mental reminder for me. Hopefully I won't need the mental reminder, but whatever. There's some cards in Nemesis that will remind me of it. Tomorrow I want to talk about the deck that I made for someone that I've never met. No, I'm not kidding you. I once made a deck for someone that I never met in my life, never spoke to, never communicated with in any way, shape, or form, and never have to this day. Yeah, that's an obscure little story, and I think I'm going to tell that one tomorrow because there's some cards that are relevant to it in Nemesis in blue, which I'm going to hit tomorrow. In fact, I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to finish up the Nemesis entirely. Alright, in the meantime, have a good one, guys. Be good.